Hey, my name's Eric Akre. I started playing drums in 1980. I joined about every high school band that was available back then: marching band, orchestra, jazz band, jazz choir, anything they'd let me play in, I was going to play in. In 1984, I joined my first band outside of school, which was called Dilly Squad, and we were a skate punk band playing in Eastern Washington. After that, I moved to Seattle and joined another band called Christ on a Crutch, and we played punk rock and hardcore music. Later, I joined the Tree People and played on many different records with different bands after that. I played with Built to Spill, Elliott Smith, the Super Suckers, Heather Doobie, Brothers of the Sonic Cloth, and my sister, Carrie Akre, also. The purpose of today is to help you get started fast. I'm not worried about whether or not you know music theory or can count or can read music charts or drum charts or anything like that. I don't think it's important right now. I think you just need to pick up the sticks and start playing. You can play along to music that you like, to records that you like, the radio, anything that's got music and time that you can play along with and just get your chops going. The important thing today is really to show you some technique, some grip, some things that are going to lead towards healthy performances and keep you healthy as you grow and develop as a drummer. So you don't really need a whole lot to get started with. In fact, when I started playing drums, all I had was a practice pad and a pair of sticks for the first 6 months before I even got on a drum kit. So don't get overwhelmed by all the extra stuff that you might need. When you get started playing, this is really all you need. The other thing too is you want a good seat to sit on. So maybe invest in a throne or just make sure you have good posture whenever you're sitting down. Make sure your back is straight, make sure you don't have your shoulders hunched over, and make sure you're not leaning over the drum. The other thing too is keep your arms loose, keep your shoulders even, and don't forget to find a place where your arms will rest comfortably. When you're developing your stroke, you want to have your arms in a comfortable position. You want to have your wrists, I would say, with the palms down and all the fingers around the stick. Right now what I want to show you is the German grip, and that's what is essentially the German grip. You have your palms down, fingers wrapped around the stick, starting with the first knuckle here. The next grip is called the French grip. The French grip is more of a finesse style grip. It doesn't have as much power as the German grip, but it does increase your speed, and it's important to incorporate both techniques, the German grip and the French grip together, to enhance all of your playing. The French grip looks like this. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the Moeller technique. It's a technique that's been developed over many, many years. Drummers essentially trying to learn how to conserve energy, but then also have the maximum amount of power and volume. There's basically the components in using the Moeller technique is the upper shoulder, elbow, and then the wrist. And the idea is you want to create a whipping motion, basically lifting your arm up and whipping your hand down. That's the Moeller technique. So when I put it into a stick, then the stick becomes the end of the whip. With my left hand. It's important to start working on this early on so you can basically acquire it within your technique and your skill. It'll help basically conserve your energy and increase your power later. And once you start to really refine your Moeller technique, you'll find that it won't be such a large motion. It'll start to get into the wrist, into the stick. So you won't be using the entire arm, but you'll find that that whipping motion will be basically in your entire stroke. Okay, for today's lesson, I want to show you the single stroke roll. The single stroke roll basically is an alternating stroke: right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. I want to make sure that you understand to keep your sticks at a certain height. Try not to let them get too wildly and up here too high. Keep them controlled maybe somewhere between, let's say, 5 to 6 or maybe 7 inches high off of the snare drum. Also, when you're striking the drum, concentrate on making sure that each stroke is within a certain striking pattern on the drum. A center part of the drum, anywhere from 1.5 inches to possibly 2 inches in diameter. So you really want to try to keep that as focused as possible. That's you working on the control of your strike. So, and the other thing too now is you want to keep your arms loose, your grip comfortable, not constricted. You want to be nice and comfortable. You want to make sure that as you do this stroke, you keep it even and smooth. You want to start slow and then increase your speed. I'm going to give it a shot. Now you try.